So we do have a lot of partners, and everybody's pulling in the same direction. And we certainly, as a government, are excited to be able to support the Bear Clan. We've supported the Bear Clan in a number of areas around the province, and it's so nice to see that Bear Clan is up and running here in Portage, Prairie. So we're excited today as a government to announce $31,000 for funding for the Bear Clan, and certainly hopefully that will help with training and getting you up and running. And hopefully you're able to attract some more members as well as time goes on. So we're looking forward to working closely with you. We know there's challenges here in the community, but I think if we all work together, we will make some positive strides and some positive outcomes. This money is coming from our federal proceeds of crime, so we're able to transfer some money through the local RCMP here to the Bear Clan for the good work that I know you will be doing. So with that, I just want to again thank everybody for coming today. Thank you so much for the work that you're doing on so many fronts, and thanks for your support to Bear Clan and certainly community. And with that, I wish the Bear Clan all the best for your future activities. So thanks again for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Very much, Minister Cullen. It's also my pleasure to invite to the podium Minister Eileen Clark, my neighbor to the west here, who is Minister of Indigenous and Northern Relations. So welcome and bring us greeting.
Well, good morning, everybody, and I'm really pleased to join Minister Cullen here today, our colleague Ian Wishart, as well as all the special protectors of our environment and our world that have joined us. I'm very proud to acknowledge that we're on Treaty 1 territory, homeland of the Métis. I'm always proud to acknowledge our First Nations and their treaties. And I want to thank you, Elder Assiniboine, for your prayer this morning. That's one thing that I always enjoy in my department in government. When I meet with First Nations, there is always a prayer to begin every meeting, and that gives us a lot of courage going forward. And our prayers are with you as you go forward to work as you do. You say you're scared going forward. Well, we wish you strength as you endeavor to do good work on behalf of First Nations people. It's really important. So we thank you for that. As the Minister of Manitoba's Indigenous and Northern Relations, it is wonderful to see an organization that is rooted in the traditional Indigenous values and grow and to become such an integral part of our communities. And in talking to Amber, she was just mentioning that their office will be in the basement or in the building with the Friendship Center. And we have 12 Friendship Centers across Manitoba that do absolutely great work and work with not only Indigenous people but all people in their communities in their efforts to help protect people and to serve those that are vulnerable and need a lot of help. So I must get over there. I told her I'm actually embarrassed. I live in Gladstone and I visited all Friendship Centers across Manitoba, even the furthest north, and I haven't been in Portage la Prairie, so I think we may have to change that today. That's extremely important. So, and it's great to see some of the new members here, and I congratulate you for being courageous, because this is not an easy job. I know James in Winnipeg quite well, and I've had many occasions to talk to him, and some of our ministers, like Minister Cullen, have actually traveled the street with them and report back what they see. That you can't imagine what you deal with, but when you actually travel with your group. So I may have to come to Portage and travel with you some evening and get that experience in our own environment, because I work very closely. There's 3 First Nations, Long Plain, Dakota Teepee, Dakota Plains, and I'm closest to Sandy Bay, but this is their service center. And, talking to the chiefs, they all have, lots of issues within their communities too. So when Minister Cullen's talking about partnerships, it's extremely important in our community level and in our region and in our province. If we all work together, we can combat some of the things that are affecting us. So I congratulate you for taking the courage and taking responsibility for your community and for your people. Your work reflects a traditional commitment to holistic health and wellness, and as I've indicated, that does benefit all of us. So it's truly an honor to be a part of the group whose support and dedication have helped to make today possible, and that you're working in your community and your area. And I do look forward, and I'm sure Minister Cullen, we all look forward to hearing about the good work that the Bear Clan will be doing with community members and in partnership with many organizations and the group that is showing leadership with this. Our government truly values these types of relationships and these organizations, and we want to support law enforcement partners. Earlier this week, we were pleased to announce nearly $1.5 million to police agencies serving rural communities, including nearly $70,000 to the Manitoba First Nations Police Service to purchase and outfit a new K9 vehicle. And that's another place I haven't visited yet, but I will get there. So on behalf of my colleagues here today and on behalf of all our colleagues in the legislature, we truly wish you all the best, and we want to congratulate you on launching the Bear Clan in Portage. So be safe. Our prayers go with you every day, and we hope you get a lot of support out there, and you will make a difference. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Minister Clark. Now my pleasure to invite RCMP Assistant Commissioner McClatchy to come forward and bring a few words as well. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Minister Cullen, Mr. Clark, Mayor Ferris, members of the Bear Clan Patrol, good morning, and thanks very much for inviting me to be here this morning. When it comes to crime prevention, community engagement, we know, is really critical. The more people that are dedicated to safer communities across the board, the better. To put it simply, safer communities is a collaborative effort. It needs to be. We can't do it alone. And I want to say welcome to the team. Thank you very much for stepping up and making the decision to help. This is why today's funding announcement to launch a Bear Clan patrol group in Portage, Prairie is so welcome. It really is. The Bear Clan has established presence in Winnipeg, has an established presence in Winnipeg, and has been definitely instrumental in promoting community safety and also for helping vulnerable people. We hope that the Bear Clan here can emulate that success. When you look at partnerships with crime prevention groups, that's critical for the RCMP, for us to be able to do our job. And groups such as the Bear Clan are truly a valuable resource for our officers. The funds announced today will be used to ensure Bear Clan patrol volunteers are properly trained in first aid, mental health first aid, and the use of naloxone, amongst other things. And volunteers will also be equipped with the necessary supplies and reflective outerwear to ensure their safety while on patrol, and that's hugely important. We're relying on them to be a community presence to build community safety and wellness. It's really important work, and it's critical that they have the proper tools and training to do the job safely, and that's excellent. I'm so happy to see the province supporting that. The other thing I want to say is this is great for the whole community. Everyone in Portage La Prairie is going to benefit from your presence and your work here, so thank you very much. I want to acknowledge, as I said, the province and thank them for recognizing the important groups such as the Bear Clan have in our communities, and I wish you well, and I wish you safety, and thanks again. I'm really happy to see this happening in Portage La Prairie, and I have no doubt that you're going to do a lot of great things, so thanks again.
Thank you very much, Assistant Commissioner. Now my pleasure to invite the Mayor of the City of Portage La Prairie to say a few words. An old friend, and I know he's been looking for this day as well.
Well, good morning, everybody. I think, as all of you know, our city has faced a number of challenges over the last couple of years. And I can tell you, and other speakers mentioned it earlier, that we are not alone. I spent the last 3 days in Brandon with 900 municipal officials. Every bereaved mayor and councillor I talked to were facing similar things in their community. What makes us not necessarily unique but different is the response from the community. I have to say I am so proud to be from this city and see the reaction of the community. When we face challenges, people were very willing to step up, and this is certainly an example of that this morning. I also want to acknowledge the support that we get from the senior level of government. The two ministers that are visiting with us this morning, they were frequent flyers to Portage. I'm very thankful to know that we've got that kind of support. I can also say that sometimes getting a meeting with a senior politician is a long and winding road. I can see with both Eileen and with Cliff, last summer we had a number of issues going on and needed a meeting with the Justice Minister, and I think a week later he came here, and that's pretty rare. So I want to acknowledge, as much as the money is important, I think it's even more important for us to know that our senior level has our backs, and we really appreciate that very, very much. I know the money will be put to very good use, and we look forward to the Bear Clan hitting the streets. And thank you, merci, McWitch.
Thank you very much, Mayor Ferris. And I'd now like to invite Ms. Bolio to come forward and speak on behalf of the Bear Clan.
Hello, everybody. First off, I just want to thank Minister Clark for coming out, and I want to thank MLA Wishart, our mayor, and also Minister Cullen. I'm sorry, I almost called you Minister Cliff. I'd also like to thank PCRC for applying for this grant on our behalf. We know that we're facing some challenges here in the community right now, and I really believe that that's due to the fact that nobody really has any personal relationships outside of their family in the community anymore. And we see that disparity. So Bear Clan would like to create these relationships and also work alongside the RCMP in helping eradicate some of these problems that we're having. Yeah, just like to thank you guys all for coming out. And I look forward to seeing you out in the community.
Thank you, Ms. Bolio. I would like to invite, and as was mentioned by Ms. Bolio, the PCRC has been a key part of getting this organized in the Portage and Prairie community. So I'd like to invite Executive Director Victoria Espy to say a few words.
Thank you, everybody. I would first like to acknowledge that we are on Treaty 1 territory in the homeland of the Métis Nation. I would like to thank the province for continuing to invest in community-led safety initiatives in Portage La Prairie. I am the Executive Director of the Neighborhood Renewal Corporation for Portage, and we focus on what's important to our community. So our community indicated to us that community safety and well-being initiatives was a priority for them, so it is a priority for us. In June of 2019, the PCRC held a community engagement session to gauge public interest in starting a local Bear Clan chapter. To our surprise, we had 330 people attend that engagement session in support of this initiative, so it was a no-brainer for us. From there, we engaged with local Indigenous women who were eager to take on the task of starting the Portage Bear Clan by starting an Indigenous Women's Council. We are so pleased that this investment from the province means that they will be able to get the necessary training in order to start patrols in the very near future. So I would like to thank I would like to thank the province, and I would like to thank the Indigenous Women's Council. This is going to be very important for our community, and we're very excited to get started. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Victoria. Now I would like to invite, on behalf of the Portage and District Community Foundation, Mr. Blair Geisel to come forward.
Good morning and greetings from the Community Foundation. For those of you that aren't aware of what the foundation is, we manage a $9 million plus endowment, which is a permanent endowment, and then annually we use some of the profits from the growth in that endowment and give it back to organizations in the community. And the foundation receives requests that exceed the amount of available money by 2 to 3 times. So you can imagine it's very difficult to determine of all these worthy projects, who should get funding. And we really agonize over that. But that wasn't the case when the Indigenous Women's Council applied for funding for the Portage Bear Clan. Everyone on the committee had this one ranked highest on their list because the clan has a reputation of being engaged and being very effective in the communities where it works. And it's an organization that is an example to all of us. So I'd like to call up Amber and Deanna? So the foundation and all its donors, and we have hundreds of donors, would like to welcome the Bear Clan to Portage by presenting this check for $20,000. Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Geisel, and thank you to the Bear Clan ladies for coming forward. Now, we're going to do, first off, I'd like to thank everyone for coming today. It's certainly a great event and one we've been looking forward to in our community, so thank you very much for attending.